welcome back to part 2 of this 2012 lounge that, as you know, was a cat end from Copart and had what possibly had a massive, well, it did have a hole in the windscreen. It wasn't possible, but possibly that some piece of wood, whether it would be a tree or something's gone through it. Anyway, enough of the past. So whilst I was asleep today, thanks to shift work, windscreen man has come in, done the windscreen. We have the new windscreen in place. Prices of those seem to be going up, I'm not going to lie. They were around 140, something like that. There's about 150 beginning of the year, and I'm now paying 170 for a windscreen. So yeah, but it is done and put all back nicely, so that's all in place. Still got to clear out things like the glass in there, but he's actually hoovered and cleaned, as you can see, all of the dash, so we have a bit more of an understanding about all of this. So, however, whilst we wait for the V5 to come, I've got a couple of days to try and get what I can done on this, but because as you can see, this is a flipping Fiat 500 car park. Right, so the light is fading. I know it doesn't sound it, or doesn't look it, but the outside lights are starting to come on. So my plan for today, just today, is getting these seats out. Did I lock it? I did lock it. Bear with me. Let's get the key. Because of the nature of these seats, and it's also just easier to clean everything, I'm going to hop out these front two seats, and just for cleaning purposes. So I'm going to set up the tripod, and yeah, we're going to get and unbolt everything that we've got and get these out before the light fades. Okay, right, we have various bolts that we need to undo. Let's get these out. So we're going to have two at the front. Could use the electric ratchet, but we're not going to do that. I think because the battery's also low on it, so and I want these out. So let's have a look. Normally these are fairly easy. Well, they are easy, but we're in November, and yeah, November is a time where drying these seats is really difficult. So if you keep them in the car, they are going to take days and days and days. And also, because of the stuff that I use, well, generally all-purpose cleaning stuff, it's just not particularly nice smelling. So eventually the car just ends up just stinking. So it's going to be easier if we just take them out and means that we can clean out all the glass and no one's going to get themselves cut. Right, that is the front two out. Now we go to the back, which you can't see. Right, we have got. Let's see if I can use the electric ratchet to get this out, or whether or not we need to get it started. Mate, we'll get it out. That's good. That's that one. Got a lovely, didn't check the back, got a lovely cork for some reason. Right. That's the other one. And then I've got one further. No, that's just a locating screw. We can deal with that one. Right. So we have done the 4 bolts. Now if we push this back, we need to do some unclipping at the front from the wiring. So out. That's the glass. So if we now pull, let's have a look at this. It's actually been a while since I've pulled these seats out. Right, that's one clip. And 2 clip. Come on. Right, is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. Right, I've got to pull this out now. Let's try and get it out. Take that headrest out, actually. Oh. Right. Don't want to scratch anything, and also don't want to hit my other sport that I've got like that. No, thought that I had touched it, but luckily it hasn't. Right, that is one seat out. Okay, good. Did we find any diamonds? Any money? They've been to Gales. Gales is the upmarket Greggs. Is that my understanding of what Gales is nowadays? Tell you what we have found though. Look, that's the other part of the dash. It's interesting. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Right. That's the first one out. Seem to have got two mats for that. Right. Next one. Okay. Right. Next seat. Let's just move all this crap. Well, it's not crap. Some of it is. Get rid of the logbook. Put that on the back. Right. Let's try first off. We're going to have to manually undo it. There we go. That's the first one. Okay. That is the second. Yeah, so I'm trying to get cars moved on because we are November, and it's my slight concern is that car stuff starts to slow down, and that concerns me slightly about having too many cars in the lead up to Christmas and not being able to move them. So, and if I can literally utilise every single day off to try and feel I'm doing something, then I suppose it's a feel good factor, really, isn't it? I think that's gonna go. There we go. One more to go. Which one is it? Is it the nearest? I think it's the nearest. It is starting to get dark, so that is the last one. And I think for the wiring, we have one extra wire that we need to remove, which I think is possibly the airbag. I'm not sure actually. There's an extra wire on the passenger seat that we need to unplug, and then we're done. All right, let's move it back. Okay, so same as before. Got one clip that's gone. Two clip. Luckily, these seem to all come out of their holding, so just no one had to use too much force to get the clips out. Right, that's that. Yeah, there's the final clip. She got an extra clip on the passenger side that you just need to pull out. It sounds like I'm really struggling, doesn't it? I'm really out of breath. Right, bear with me because the interior light's gone out. There we go. That's the third, so we are good to go. Okay, let's not hit the BMW when we try and pull this out. A bit tighter, this one. Okay, right. Hey. That's that. They are both out. So this we've got, I'm going to leave that in place. There's no point taking that out. I can just wet vac that can just dry of its own accord. This is where the glass and everything and the general dirt is. So yeah, we'll give this probably a clean tomorrow because the light is fading, as I'm sure you can possibly see on camera. So yeah, again, no particular prizes, but more evidence of wood. So yeah, tell you what that is. That looks part. I just found this in here. That looks part of that. Does it? Don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Wonder if it is. Okay. Right. we are done inside for today. Now it's a case of getting these seats done and dusted. Let's turn that out. This is the height of entertainment, isn't it? We are in, well, what was it, gone 5, so we're lovely now in the dark. So we are just making sure we've got all the glass fragments out of the seat with the Henry. We're going to have the Bissell ready to do the seat clean, and we're going to use this, which was previously featured in one of my videos recently, and it's so old, like people have used these for years, but I never got on with it, but I actually quite enjoying it now, and as long as you don't press too hard, it doesn't bugger up the fabric. Unfortunately, I didn't charge the battery, so I'm just allowing a bit of time just to get a bit of juice into that battery, and then we are gonna, I think we're gonna need 2 on these, because previous car that I did, I let them dry out, went to sell it, and I was like, I just don't think that they're as good as they should be. So I think we might need 2 goes on these, plus they are quite heavily stained. So we'll leave this another 5-10 minutes, let that get a bit more juice in it, and then we'll go for the clean in the dark, make these all nice and wet, and yeah, and then just start the drying process by bringing them inside. Right, oh dear, my nose is starting to run. Okay, that looks good in this light, difficult to tell when it's wet. Anyway, how are we doing with the mixture? Pretty grim. Not good, is it? So I will now transfer, I've already transferred one over, I'll transfer the other one indoors, do my best to try and dry that over the course of the next 24 hours, and then tomorrow we'll use the Henry to start on the inside of the car, work out whether or not it is just hoovering the glass or whether we need to use the Bissell on any heavy staining on the carpet. So that is going to be for tomorrow, and that is going to be the end of the first day of getting this car back on the road. Morning everyone. Okay, day 2 on cleaning the car. So seats came in last night to dry, put the heater on, really very confined space, so actually they've dried pretty well over a couple of hours, but dear God, look, maybe doing it in the dark wasn't great, but to be fair, I did do my normal procedure of cleaning it using the wheel gun, etc, etc. It's just, yeah, no, it's almost barely made a difference. I don't understand it. So we're going to go for round 2. Hopefully, yeah, we might be in a better position. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I was going to say maybe some form of quick drying isn't the solution, and it needs to dry naturally. I don't know. It's, yeah, just really, really bad. I mean, it doesn't even look like I've even worked on that. Anyway, 10 degrees this morning. So we're just going to do this, and then we're going to move on to the car so we can just allow the day to take its course on these. So round 2 of the seat, again, looks pretty decent. Appreciate it's wet. As you can see, we've got more out. So, I don't know if you can see that. I'm just trying to find the best light. So yeah, we'll move that out of the way, and then we'll start on the second seat. But yeah, that's like 20 minutes work, that one. Hope to have that sorted now, and hopefully we don't have to go back to it. Right, last seat is done. Still absolute filth coming out of that. But we've done our best again. Just gotta let it dry. Let it dry, see how we get on. It's all we can do. Sometimes some stuff is never ever going to get totally clean, but yeah. Let's get on with getting onto the inside of the car. The inside. We'll try and clear out what we can by hand, and then the rest is going to be through the Henry. Luckily, it's not too bad. I've had a lot worse over the years. Right. Okay, so it's just chucking it out. They love their bottles of water, don't they? And they love some sort of takeaway thing going on. Although, to be fair, who doesn't? Right. No air fresheners. Quite surprised by that. Or vape. That's another one that they all love at the moment. Vapes and air fresheners. But yeah, we've got random. This one has not got the. What's really annoying is Fiat, for some reason, stopped doing car mat holders. So you clip the mats in, and yeah, around 2012 they just stopped doing it. I think in the early ones it was a one clip. Then they went to 2 clips from like 2013. But for some reason, in this sort of black hole, they didn't put any clips for the car mats. So it makes buying mats a pain in the arse. And let's be honest, you really need to fasten those mats in. Doesn't matter about the passenger, but driver's side, you don't want that slipping out, do you? So yeah, anyway, we'll clear out what we can, and then we'll use the what's this in the back here? Use the Hoover for everything else. It's like a deodorant, not deodorant, like de-icer top or something like that. Right. By the way, I saw your latest comments on the video. Yeah, that's a bit cheeky, isn't it? So people think that was used to go into the seatbelt holder to stop it flashing and making a noise, so they didn't have to wear their seatbelt. I mean, pardon my language, but that's a bit fucked up, isn't it? But anyway, what else have we got? Little bits that we can take out. So there's a little bit of chocolate. 70%. So that's like quite dark. Quite dark, that. Right. I think the rest of it is just leaves and stuff, but we do need to get the mats out. Okay, right, I shall return. Right, let's get the mats out. I don't really want glass going all over the driveway. Do we? Not if we can help it. Hi there. Let's try and get that to the bin. Without causing any issues. I think we'll be alright. So whether I use these mats again, that's the question. Let's just empty what we've got in there. Nice. Right, that's one out. Now to get the other out. Let's have a look. Interesting. Right, let's get this other mat out. And the tiny last bit of rubbish, I think, for that. Right, and then what we've got to do is start the hoover up. And that goes I don't think if I'm being honest, I don't think the floor's that bad. I'm hoping, once the hoover's in, I think we might be alright, you know. Let's get rid of that, and that. Right, I think we should be good to go. Let's clear out the last bits of the plastic and all the tools. We'll just put them in the boot here. Cleaning up process. getting on quite well. We've got majority of the issues out. No clean up. Probably because I've got to do this seat. I could take it out, but I'm not going to bother. Then I'll just give this all, just parts of it, a clean up as well. And yeah, we've obviously glass gets absolutely everywhere. Like, you know, just noticed it there. So, you know, all in between the gear gaiter and everything like that. So yeah, but the car doesn't smell. It's not a bad smelling car. There's no particularly big stains. There's obviously some wear on this carpet now, throughout the years. But I also noticed that has gone as well. But I've got some replacement ones of those. So yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the speedo out, just to get behind there with the hoover and clear all the crap out of there, and then that's the hoovering done, I think. Yeah, but also we need to do the door cards, clean those as well, as you can see. So yeah, main thing is we're making progress, people. We're making progress. Right, enough of the recording. Let's get on. Right, we have removed the speedo. It was held in by one screw. All the tabs have broken off, so this is what's left of it. I think realistically, the only thing we're going to be able to salvage out of this are these bits here. Otherwise, I think the lights were starting to go on the outside of the speedo. So yeah, I don't really think there's anything much more we can do about this. The bezel in the middle seems to have slightly perished and looks like it's slightly warped. So yeah, we won't be getting anything out of that. And yeah, so I'm going to need to take off the cowling, top and bottom, and then we're going to need to give this all a good clean up in here, because there's quite a bit of glass in here. So I'm going to need a screwdriver to get the two screws out of here, and then yeah, we're on our way still. And then we're going to need to re-hoover this all again, because we've shifted a bunch of glass. Okay, I think this is going to bring the end to another day. Don't want to work too hard. Partly because, well, just got to wait for the seats to dry and everything. So anyway, I think the stuff that I've done that I haven't recorded on camera, but I think I'm a lot more happy with how things have gone. I'll show you. So, first things first, we've now done as much cleaning as possible. That's now all just got to dry. I would normally sit in it, but I can't. So, this has all got to partly dry as well, and then we've got to like clean the plastics, which I'll do. And now, the main, we'll call it the problem here. So what I've discovered, so obviously from the first video, you know that I found that in the car. Now that fits perfectly back into place. So what I think I'm going to do, just for the support, I'm going to hot melt that in. All that is just to help support the speedo and the new cowling. Now, the new cowling is going to be, oh, I've got it in here, the R-bath one, because that, as you can see there, obviously extends out towards the back. So once this is stuck for the extra support, but you can see on the top it's all scuffed to buggery, so this will cover that. So all I've got to do is cut a little hole for the little clip at the back here onto the top there, and then that will just all slide in. And yeah, we have put the speedo in, and it'll, well, sorry, the speedo goes in first, and then obviously everything else, and then that's done. So that is my plan. So the plan's actually worked out better than I originally thought when I was bidding on the car. So when I was bidding on the car, my first thought was windscreen done, and then there's two options as to whether or not I could take out the whole dashboard and put a whole new dashboard in, or we could use the old cowling to see if we can cover the crack, and then obviously the R-bath cowling as the third option. For me, I'll be honest, I've never taken out a dashboard before. It's what, 2 and a bit hours work or something maybe. Yeah, I really didn't want to do it. Second option was that the original cowling I did fit up to this, and it, yeah, that scratch and everything is just going to show. It's, you know, if you were trying to sell this as like a £1,500 car or something, then maybe you just suck it up, do you know what I mean, and go, well, take it or leave it. I'm not going to put too much effort into it. And then obviously the third option was the R-bath cowling. I'm going to go with that third option. I think that's going to look pretty good. Luckily it's black, and it fits with the black of the other trim, so that will actually end up looking not too bad, I don't think. So yeah, yeah, so I think that's it. Not sure if it's going to be the end of the video. Do you know what, I think I've done enough on it. I'm going to call it a day on the video, and we'll come back for the final part when we're good to go and fit the seats, sort out the cowling, and Jen will give this car a big clean up. Until I've got the wheels clean, I don't know how much of a refurb they need doing, but they're not as bad as some other ones. But yeah, this car will look pretty decent, I reckon, when it's all clean. But that's all going to happen when this is dry. Unfortunately, what will be Saturday, they're talking of really low temperatures coming up later on in the week, possibly even snow apparently. I don't think we'll see that, but there you go. And yeah, so I think that's going to be it. Thanks for watching and keeping up to date with what's going on the channel. And yeah, heap your comments and keep them coming. And every thumbs up and subscriber just helps the channel. Until next time, I'll catch you all again very, very soon.